Now hear me out. If you're a tailor, you're a fashion designer, I want you to listen to me, because what I'm about to say now is something that you really need to know. Do you understand? The last video I did, I explained the difference between a tailor and a fashion designer, because I usually see a lot of people saying, I'm not a tailor, I'm a fashion designer. This one says, I'm not a tailor, I'm a fashion designer, as if even fashion designer is bigger than a tailor. Now, I'm not saying that anyone is bigger. All I'm trying to say is that is what I did in my last video. So in this particular video, I'm going to explain to us my own opinion based on who is bigger between a fashion designer and a tailor. Now, let's go back to what we defined in the previous video. I explained that if somebody comes to your shop and gives you a fabric, and on top of that, the person will give you a style. Do you understand? You will not make that clothes for that person. You are definitely a tailor. The big reason is because the person gave you a style. Now, in a situation whereby you provide the style yourself, or just on your own, you just draft a particular style, do you understand? You make it, you are a fashion designer. So what I'm trying to say is that fashion designers are the people that create these particular styles, and I call it the trending styles. Fashion designers create the trending styles, while tailors work with this trending style. So now comes the question of who is bigger. A fashion designer creates those trending styles, and a tailor works with those trending styles to bring out the work physically. So who is bigger between the person that creates the style and the person that makes the style come out? Who is bigger? So in my own opinion, I want to answer something. What I want to answer is that for me, in my own opinion, please put your own opinion. It can be different to what my own opinion is. Do you understand? For me, I think that no one is actually bigger, because in a situation whereby the fashion designer didn't create the trending style, you are not going to be seeing the work. Even the work you are going to sew as a tailor, you are not going to be seeing it. And in a situation whereby when you are done creating those trending style and there's nobody to sew it, it's still actually nothing. So I believe that both of them depend on themselves. Do you understand? In order to be whatever they want to be, or in order to be how great. Now, why I'm saying this is because a lot of people use sentiments whenever they want to argue on this particular stuff. Yes, because of the fact that we always assume that the name fashion designer is bigger. You see a lot of people saying, I'm not a tailor, I'm not a tailor. Why? They are doing the job and the work of a tailor. Don't deny who you are. If you see some big men, big tailors, do you understand? They put on their bio tailor. They are not ashamed of it. The reason is because they know the real meaning of tailor. Do you understand? Why some of us don't really know this particular meaning? Now, the last thing I want to say is that I said it in my previous video that I know a lot of people will still want to argue on this. Now, can a tailor be a fashion designer at the same time he or she is a tailor? The answer is yes. Both of them can be anyone. For example, now, you create a style and you make it, you a fashion designer. And when you are also a fashion designer, you create style. Okay, let's say example, you are into creating style. So one day you decide to go and learn how to sew clothes. At the end of the day, are you trying to tell me that you cannot do both at the same time? You can be a tailor, you can be a fashion designer. Do you understand? But first of all, the essence of this video is to let us know the difference, number one, and to also let us know my own